Hello everyone, I'm back with another video, and in today's video we have an Asus StudioBook 15. The exact model is an H500gv Hc039R. That information can be found on the back end of the laptop. But in this video I'm going to go over how you can open up and how you can upgrade the RAM. This applies for any StudioBook 15 model. So, and we have upgraded this one up to 32 gig with no issue. So I'm going to go over how you can do this. By upgrading the RAM, you're not going to modify anything in the system, or there is no additional configuration is required. So let's get into it really easy. First thing first, you want to power off the laptop quickly, and you want to flip it upside down. Once you have it upside down, now we're going to start screwing a few screws. Keep the short screws in one pile and the long screws in a different pile. These are Phillips number 0. So I'm going to start from the corner front side, and we're going to remove all of them and keep them in a separate piles. So you can actually draw a little pocket, draw a little table where the screws goes, or just keep them in a remember them. Also, if you guys like my video, if you find my video helpful, you can subscribe and click that like. I really appreciate it. It helps and motivates me to make more videos, take requests, and answer your questions in the comment area. So if you look, these screws are a little by 1 millimeter longer. So the front screws are the short ones. The second row, these are a little bit longer. So I'll put it on the second row just like that. And let's go to the third row. The third row should be as a same thing as the second row. That is true. So up to here, we have 2 sets of screw sizes. So no, actually, you can see. These was long ones. These are the short ones again. So it goes long and then short. The one in the middle. Let's see how this one's result. These are the long ones again. So it's a short, long, short. Again, a long ones. The ones in the corner. These are the short ones. The one in the back. These are the long ones. The mat. So you might want to keep a little notes. I'm gonna go cover them again. So it goes like this. From the front side, we got the short ones, the long screws. The side ones are the short ones. The mid ones are the long ones. The corners are the short ones. The back mid are the longest one. Alright, now that we got this screw removed, if you get the UFIXTEK screwdriver set, the Pro set, they will include you with an opening tool. If not, grab yourself a guitar pick. And metallic guitar picks are really suitable to opening cases and powers, just like this one. So what we're going to do, we want to stick it between the bottom cover and the palm rest, just like this. And you want to hear the power getting loose. So you just want to work yourself around. It's pretty loose. And then once you pick up a little bit from the front, wiggle it around, and it will let go of the whole chassis. So let's keep this one in one side. And right away, we can see the whole battery, and there's only one RAM DIMM right in here. You can, I think these laptops do come with us, I think 16 gig on board. There's no more RAM DIMMs on the other side. So you can actually remove this one, bring it up, and you don't see any more RAM in here. But there's a possibility that there should be a RAM soldered on the board on the other side. So let's take a quick look before we flip that one on. So I'm going to power it on quickly and go to the BIOS, see what's going on. For the BIOS key for this one, it should be F2 or delete. There's no power in here, so I'm going to bring the charger. So right now I'm going to turn on. I'm going to go to the BIOS. And in the BIOS, let's see how much RAM do we have in here. So the RAM, total RAM is a 32 gig RAM. So that means that there's a 16 gig soldered on the board on the other side, and there's a 16 gig on them available. So let's go power it up. And let's go back again. You don't need to actually put the cover on to work on this one. So now that we know that you can only remove one DIMM, this is the one DIMM, this is a 16 gig. To remove the RAM, it's really simple. To remove the RAM, all you need to do is to pull these two triggers away from each other, and the RAM will come out in 45-degree angle, and you can slide it out in the same angle. And this is a little heatsink thing. You don't actually need it, but if you want, you can just transfer it on the other one. It's actually not even gluing down, so you can either trash it, and I will keep it. Once you get the new RAM, so this is a 16 gig, you can only put a 16 gig in here. The other 16 gig is soldered on the board on the other side, and those are not removable. Grab the new RAM DIMM, make sure the notch on the RAM matches the notch on the DIMM. You want to bring it down in 45-degree right through the jack all the way in. Once you see it's all the way in, and you simply want to push it towards the motherboard, and the triggers are going to open and close right away, just like that. And that's how you know the RAM is in place. You do not need to remove the battery to do this process, absolutely not necessary. You can do this safely without removing the battery. But if you want to be that paranoid and remove the battery, you can just push this metal trigger backward about 1 millimeter, and then use a plastic tool, put it on the back end of the jack, and then pull it up, just jack it up, and it will come out. But you don't need to put it back in. You have to align it, push it down, and then push the lock over. And this is how you upgrade your RAM for your Asus StudioBook 15. Once you upgrade this one, before putting the cover on, you can power it on, make sure it turns on, and then after that you can just grab the bottom cover, put it over, push down, squeeze the corners, make sure you hear those click sounds, and then put the screws right on the bottom cover. Remember the short ones in here, the long ones, the short ones, the long ones, short ones, and the long ones right here. Once you put it on there, you can just power it on. Once you power it on, if you have disconnected the battery, it might take you up to a little longer for it to boot. I don't have any, right, there's a power in it, so F2 or delete. And there we have it, 32 gig RAM right there. I hope you guys like this video and helped you guys out. If you have any question or requests, feel free to leave them in a video comment. I'll try to answer them as soon as I can. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.